How's it going, everyone? My name is Shade E Potato, and welcome to Torch Talk. I am the host of this evening's discussion, and I will be presenting the topic here shortly. I am joined by the Chaotic Jedi.
Hello.
There you go. Introduce yourself, goddammit.
Yep. Chaotic Jedi here, bringing chaos from wherever the fuck.
Rogue Leader
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
and Hades Shadow.
Sup? I bring the chaos later, don't worry.
Okay. That was so underwhelming. That was such an underwhelming.
Bro, I'm disappointed.
I honestly thought I was the underwhelming in that situation.
You gave a phrase. Hades was just like sup.
And I tried to be enthusiastic, and here's Hades like sup.
Yours was just cringe. I'm sorry. Yours was.
Yours.
I thrive on cringe.
But anyway. Today we're going to be talking about the funniest things that have happened to us in video games. If we have enough time after everybody has shared a story, we might share a few more on that topic, or we might switch to the funniest things that have happened to us in general. We'll see how much time we have after everybody's had a chance to say their piece. But before we get into that, how was everybody's day?
Actually, kind of slow. I did not do much today, especially when the fucking power went out.
It is, yeah. I remember you texting us saying that your power went out, and I just replied with just one phrase: "Oh shit."
Yeah, it was like what?
Holy
like
shit!
It was like what, an hour when you finally text back like, "Hey, power back."
Yeah, they didn't predict until 3, but we were expecting it to be off all day because they said 3 before and never turned it back on.
It's like what was the cause of that? Like heat or
we don't exactly know. Jacob saw when he went to when he went to work, he saw that 2 semis have crashed together.
Oh.
Near what looked like a power plant. So we don't know if the impact just fucked with the electricity or what. But yeah, it's funny because 10 minutes after the power had shut off, we were looking out the front door and we could see smoke in the distance, like black smoke.
Jeez, nobody got hurt, right?
Don't know. I really don't. Because I just know about the situation. I don't know anyone who was involved in it, and I don't think.
Already off to a a positive start here.
No shit! Like holy hell!
I know. No, but it wasn't that bad. From what I hear, it looked like he said that it had looked like the fronts were destroyed, but nothing else was. But the reason there was such black smoke is because it burned the diesel fuel.
Oh yeah, that talk to it.
All right. Well, Rogue, how was your day?
Oh, not too bad. Went to work for a few hours, did some heavy lifting for a venue that I work at, and just came back and just relaxed at home.
Okay. Jedi?
Yeah, my day was pretty much the same. You went to work, dealt with idiots, your usual 9 to 5s. Everyone can relate.
How's the most depressing one is the most interesting one?
Right? Like, holy shit.
Well, my day is pretty normal. Well, not exactly. I did have to go to the store today, but restocked on all my stuff. And got to spend time with my daughter today. So that was good. She is unfortunately, to my chagrin, getting into the phase where she doesn't really need nap time anymore.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
and like she doesn't sleep through nap time anymore. I'm the one who takes the naps now, and she just kind of I really think that she just sits in her fucking crib and plays until she's bored and then wakes me up like an hour later.
Welcome to the club. Would you
I'm
like a
so
check?
I I'm very upset that I'm losing my nap time.
That sucks.
Welcome to the club. Would
But
you like a jacket?
Nap times are important.
Yes, they are.
but
Shouldn't it be? Can I take your jacket?
yeah, other than that, it was a pretty good day. I'm eating my dinner.
All right.
But
The calm before the storm.
If the storm
All right,
hasn't
so
already come and gone.
go ahead, finish your thought.
Sorry, that was just me muttering to myself. Making
Okay,
a comment about the storm.
okay. All right. Well, who wants to start us off?
I mean, like, Hades is so
Well,
eager.
All right,
to share.
Rogue, you're starting us off.
Okay.
Nobody wants to volunteer. I'm a volunteer somebody.
I was about to.
That's
I
how
was about to
it's
say
going.
we should go down. Maybe we should go down the line starting with you, but
Honestly, you know what? This will be fine because I'm gonna bring up a good topic
God.
on one of my favorite Star Wars games of all time.
oh no,
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
oh no.
So here's how it starts off. So there's like the starting planet called Terrace, where you have to go into this like go underground below this like lower city section where it's just like nothing but like decay and like these poor outcasts that were kicked out of like the lower and upper cities for one reason or another. There's these weird beasts called ghouls that literally, if they bite you, they infect you with their disease and would make you turn into one of them.
What the fuck? Like a werewolf
Yeah.
bite?
Wait. But regardless of that, but so there's this like little section where you have to kind of bring in and help this one outcast that is stuck on the outside of the gate of this like little community. As soon as I help him, everything's just nice and quiet. There's no rat ghouls around. Next thing I know, out of nowhere, it pops up right next to me in a T pose position, and I was just like frantically laughing my ass off.
With the rat, like, wait, the person or the rat
Why
ghoul popped
T-pose
up
is
to you?
always funny.
I don't know. T-pose.
Just that actually kind of reminds me of what fucking anteaters do. Like, if an anteater ever T poses on you, fucking run, because that shit is terrifying. Number one, that
What?
shit's terrifying. Number one, number two, if an anteater T poses on you, you're about to die. So
Are they
that,
Oh,
not-
oh
they're
God.
actually-
Oh God.
oh yeah,
Wow.
anteaters can rend your flesh from your bones, my guy.
Wow.
Lovely.
Yep. I looked it up. It's what they do when they feel threatened.
Yep.
But yeah, if
Yeah.
I actually find the image that I took of that screenshot, I could definitely show you what exactly it looked like while I was playing the game. And you were going to look at this and just say this actually happened. And there we go. There
My-
it is.
Oh my. What the fuck?
I feel like he's the one that has physical evidence of what has happened.
I mean, like, this is like one of those
What,
stories
you
where
you don't?
it's like one of those
I
stories
don't
that sounds like it's too funny to be true. You know, it sounds almost made up.
Oh,
'Cause-
oh, trust me. I even had like a recording of this video of this like gameplay on my YouTube channel, and I was just sitting there for a good couple of minutes, just like breathing frantically while laughing my ass off.
Are we talking the
will almost
Windex
sound
laugh?
like it didn't happen, and I didn't, and I didn't record it at all. The Windex laugh.
No Windex.
Is that all you got, Rogue?
Uh,
The story?
I mean, I could bring up another game, but I could wait until like everyone's gone like around.
Yeah, we'll come back around, and if you've got another story you want to share, you can share again. But if this particular
As,
story is over, we'll move on to Jedi.
Oh yeah, the story is straight up.
Real quick before Jedi goes, as a tinge, like as a thing of that, that reminds me of when me and him loaded into SWOTOR and everyone was T-posing.
I forgot about that actually.
I was gonna mention that one, but I'm glad I didn't do that as my main story because it was too close.
It's always a good time when you're loaded into a game and everybody's just T-posing.
Oh yeah, like
just like PUBG.
I've never played PUBG, so
PUBG.
I would never know about that.
Or if you're playing
It
Prop
was-
Hunt and they're always T-posing.
It was especially funny when I was playing World of Warcraft. Like that shit was fucking hilarious to see. Because sometimes it would happen, especially if if you were trying to run the game on higher quality and your computer couldn't handle it. Like while everything was rendering, everyone was just T-posing and just like fucking floating across the ground.
You know what? While we're on the topic of T-posing, there is a section in Cyberpunk 2077 where Keanu Reeves' character does T-pose while he's talking.
Yeah.
Wait, did he
Then-
glitch out of that? Is that the part where he glitches?
What part of Cyberpunk 2077 does not glitch?
No, I meant the part where he-
intentional.
Where it purposely happens.
Purposely?
Mission with Panam.
No.
Okay.
It's literally at a certain specific spot where I cannot tell it because it'll spoil it if anyone hasn't played it yet.
I was gonna say I haven't. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then if that's the case, we're gonna move on to Jedi. Go ahead, Jedi.
Yeah. So I was going to do my initial story, but Knights of the Old Republic, that reminded me of a funny thing that me and Rogan Hades actually did.
Oh
So
god. Is it? Oh my god.
so
Oh
what?
my god.
So what happened, right, was one of us initially like went down, did meditate, and like I think they were just like waiting for me and someone else to like finish up something real quick, right? And they start spinning around in a circle, still in the position. And so a funny thought went through my head, and so I stood in front of them, and then myself did the meditate command. And then it was, I think Hades who joined last on this one. He stood in the middle, did the meditate command, and then we all start spinning in one direction, making it look like we were on a fucking Satan spin. And we would be doing this for like 30 minutes, right? Just spinning constantly.
And currently on the church channel is a clip of that.
Yeah, it's like we went into a public place. We were doing that for like we went to Tython.
Fucking Tython, and we stood outside the fucking Jedi temple.
We did this for 30 minutes, and I recorded a bit of this, and during like a good portion of it, I sped it up and played "You Spin Me Right Round." But
That's why the fucking video got copyright claimed.
I don't care. That was it's like they didn't take it down. It was just there. But now we just made it a point that anytime us three would get into SWTOR and we're not doing anything vitally important, we would just stop in one place, type in /meditate, and we'd sit and spin for like 30 minutes before moving on to our next mission.
we would just do it whenever we were waiting for someone. Then they come in and join for a second. Then we go do the fucking mission.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. We even got Night Raven to
I
join
didn't
in on it.
actually
It's
think you were
great.
gonna bring that. I didn't even think you were gonna bring that one up.
I wasn't going to
I
initially,
honestly
but then
wasn't
Rogue
expecting you to
reminded
bring
me.
it up.
I mean,
Was that the one that you were gonna bring up, Hades?
No, fucking
Okay.
Christ, that one no. No, I actually got reminded of a different one.
Well, go ahead then.
it's your turn.
Before I had, it was either before I had met you guys or just like in the early in the early days of meeting y'all. I was with my friend Draven at the time, and we were playing what was currently free Modern Warfare 2 hide and seek. Dude has the most stupidest idea. Hey, let's turn into barrels and get on top of the roof of this building. We're sitting there for the whole round. Those fuckers notice us 3 times and don't shoot or do anything. And we're just sitting up there like, what the fuck? And I don't know what the fuck caused this, but both of us went to jump down because we were just like, all right, we're gonna fuck with them, and then both of us proceed to simultaneously fall through the map. Like we were side by side looking up, and I'm like, "Are you saying this? Yeah. Are you? What the fuck?" And I was gonna say we were falling until the match ended, with the fucking map just getting smaller and smaller. I don't know if we had glitched it out to the point to where there was no like end of the skybox, or if they just didn't program that in. But fucking after 5 minutes of these either idiots not understanding that barrels don't belong on roofs, or just trying to fuck with us, trying to get their attention, we ended up falling through the map.
Interesting.
And yeah,
That kind of reminds me of like a Spy Kids scene, is like Spy Kids 2, I believe, where they fall into a volcano and they're just falling for like what they said, an hour or something.
3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah,
3
it was
hours.
3 hours.
3 hours, and like
And-
Judy's kind of like side laying down, kind of like we kind of been here for a while, you know. We find it like
Yeah, that actually reminds me of every time I've fallen through the map in GTA. 'Cause that happens. That seems to happen quite a lot, falling through the map. I've been falling for 30 minutes. Yep. But see, the issue that I have with that is that if he had really been falling for 30 minutes, he would not have just like he would not have just like opened the portal and then he hit the ground and he was fine. No, there would have been a crater bigger than what the Hulk made when he landed.
I was gonna say because like obviously he wouldn't be dead because he's a fucking god, but yeah, there would be a fucking crater there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if not,
he might be dead. I don't know.
Splat.
Yeah, there would have been a lot more than what the movie suggested.
But hey, movie logic
anyway,
makes
I guess
total
that
sense.
makes it my turn.
It does.
So the reason why I didn't go first is because I am the host. So figured that the host shouldn't really go first. But this particular story happened to me and my brother actually back when we were teenagers. I think I was like 16 at the time, and we were really big into World of Warcraft. It was back when Wrath of the Lich King was. I think actually it was the Cataclysm expansion that had just come out, or was about to come out. Is around the time that that we started. And we were going. We had like level 70 characters at the time. I was a hunter and he was a paladin, right? And there's this area called Outlands, And it's there's a portion of Outland where there's these 2 towers. Or no, not 2 towers. There's 3 towers. There's 3 towers. They're control points. You have to sit there in this control point for a certain amount of time until the bar fills up and your faction controls it. The longer you sit there, the more the more progress you get on the bar until it's filled up. I think you actually, like, if it's just you, I think you would have to be sitting there for like half an hour or so before it finally filled up all the way. And that's a long time to just sit there and nobody to come along and mess with you. But me and my brother had gone out there and we had taken control of all of these towers, right? And we were sitting there, we were waiting for other members, because we were alliance. I was a night elf and he was a Draenei. And we were waiting for someone from the horde to come up and try to take it from us so we could fuck them up. But no one ever came. Like, we sat there for a good half hour, just capturing the points, and nobody ever showed up. So we flew off to go and do the dungeon that was in the area. And right as we got to the dungeon, we noticed one of the points got captured by the horde. And we were like, "Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me! Now they want to come over and fucking take this from us?" Okay. And so we fly all the way back, and we see this orc warlock. He's level 60, right? We come down and we killed him. It's not exactly a point of pride that higher levels go around picking on the lower level characters, but this guy was in a PvP zone and he was undoing our hard earned work. So yeah, we killed him a couple of times.
Let me ask you this: was he asking for it?
Yes. Anyway, well, I mean, he was there, so I guess so. But yeah, so we killed him a couple of times actually. I think we killed him like 3 times, and then on the 4th time, my brother said, "Oh, hey, the next time we kill him, we should before he because when you die, if you have to send your soul to the graveyard and then run all the way back to your body to resurrect, right? If you want to resurrect without a penalty." And so he told me that there was an achievement for hugging the dead body of one of the horde or alliance, depending on what faction you are, before their soul leaves the body to the graveyard. And if you do that, you get an achievement. And the achievement's called "Make Love Not Warcraft."
I hate it.
And
Oh my god.
and so the next time he rezzed, we killed him again. Like, we actually stood there in front of him on either side of him and just kind of danced in front of him, and then I killed him, and then we both did it. We both did the hug emote, and we got it. We got the achievement, "Make Love Not Warcraft." And it was only after that we noticed the name of this orc. It was Obama. We had killed this man 4 times and didn't realize that his name was Obama. So I'm pretty sure he thought we were griefing him because of the name he chose for his character, which was not the case. But yeah, his character's name was Obama. And the funniest part about this was that we flew off after the 4th time killing him. We were like, okay, he can have the point where we're kind of done. And so we went and we did the dungeon, and then when we came back, Obama was still there. The orc was still there, only this time he was joined by like 7 other people who were all level 80 plus,
Oh God.
Oh my!
or no, I think the cap was 80 at the time, but yeah, they were all level 80, and their fucking guild name was Secret Service.
Oh my gosh.
It's like you're like, man, I did not know what I was fucking with.
Yeah, like we saw this and we were like, oh my god, I'm glad we left when we did. But then we were like, you know what? Let's fucking go and let's fucking fight them. And we went to go and fight them, but at the time, our fucking our parents had a timeout thing, like a parental control where it would shut the game off after a certain time, and then it wouldn't let us back into the game, which is it was bullshit, but it was what it was. And like right when we went to fly in to go and fight them, that's when it happened, and it cut our games off and it kicked us out, and intentionally closed the game, and when we couldn't open it back up, and yeah, so our characters just kind of stopped there and disappeared before we ever landed. But yeah, that was that's not the funniest thing to happen to me in a video game, but that is definitely one of the most memorable moments I've ever had playing World of Warcraft.
I gotta say,
I'm trying
I'm
to.
sad you didn't get to fight them, but the fact that it was Obama and the Secret Service.
Yeah, like that got us. We were dying laughing for like 10 fucking straight minutes, man.
I'm almost sad he didn't kill you, so you couldn't make the thanks Obama joke.
Oh boy.
Sorry, I almost fell off my bed. Almost died.
Oh, God.
Game.
Now I wonder if if this is the kind of guy who like named his weapons and named it Obamacare.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
I don't think we can actually name.
No, but I'm sure it'd be like an inside joke with his friends though.
I'm worried about Obamacare.
I wish that we had been able to actually talk to the guy, because that was like, honestly, I really wanted to let him know that, hey, we didn't know what your name was. We weren't trying to grieve you for it.
We're just
we were
Horde.
you were just the like we've just been sitting here waiting for Horde to come around so we can kill them, and you were the only one to come around for like an hour, and yeah, we had no idea that this was your name, man. Sorry.
Until after we had already murdered you a bunch of times.
Until after we'd already murdered you 4 fucking times.
This
That
thought occurred to me, right? What if the game had like the proximity voice chat, right? Imagine if the orc named Obama was actually like this voice in person, like one of these impersonator guys who like sound like almost anybody, and went out of his way to sound like Obama the whole time. Like, imagine that fucking with somebody like, oh shit, it's actually him.
I don't actually think proximity chat I don't think was a thing back then.
Like, if it was,
and if it was, if it was, I had no idea about its existence.
I don't think it does. Like, if there was,
I mean, did you even have a mic?
I honestly, the first exposure I ever had to it was watching Markiplier play Phasmophobia for the first time.
Actually, same. Either that or it was the mod for fucking Among Us.
I'm pretty sure the mod from Among Us was inspired by the proximity chat from Phasmophobia.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Probably. Don't get me wrong, Phasmophobia is not the first to do proximity chat, but it's probably the most successful.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't know who the first is.
Yeah.
Besides, proximity chat works better in like a horror type setting, though.
Yeah, it does. It does very much so.
Either that or a funny setting.
Not horror.
Now that's all I have on that story. If anybody else has other stories that they want to share before we get into our other topic for the night, now is the time.
I do have another one. Rogue, if you want to go ahead and do your second
I
one, you
also
can.
No, go right ahead, man.
Alright. So this was like back when I was doing my Mario Sunshine playthrough, right? I was going through Piana Village. I can't remember for the life of me what episode it was.
Wait. Did you say you were going to pee on a village?
No, that's the name of the level,
yeah,
Piana
I think you
Village.
should.
Pianta. Pianta. That's one of the
Pianta, okay.
Yeah. It was one of those secret levels, right? Where like flood gets taken away from you and you have to go through it floodless, right? And so I got Yoshi. We're about to go to access that level, right? And I mistimed my jump, and like I died several times. And one of my attempts, kind of like speed running, I guess, I misjumped entirely, missed the platform, and I slid down the trunk of the tree as usual. But instead of dying, like falling out of the out of bounds, I ended up somehow landing on like solid ground, and I was like walking around under the level the entire time when I should have been dead. So I'm like just walking around on Yoshi, like, what the fuck's happening? And so I'm like trying to like spin jump, backflip, side flip, whatever, trying to like at least trigger the death barrier, so I can get back up to the level and try it again. But I was down there for like a total of like 20 minutes trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do until it occurs to me, hey, there's a pause button. Exit the level. So I unintentionally came across a glitch in a remastered game. Who knew?
Nice.
I playing GTA Definitive Edition. Come across that.
Oh God.
It's like I'm supposed to be dead, but instead of walking around at the bottom of the world, on the out of bounds border, walking around on Yoshi the whole time. I'm like, what the fuck?
Rogue, did you have another one to share?
Yes, actually, it was So let me put you into the setting. It was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing Red Dead Redemption online with a pal of mine on the Xbox.
Okay.
So it's the middle of the night in the in the game, and we're trying to catch up to each other. This random NPC just comes by riding on his horse. He just randomly says out loud with no context, "Whole lot of ugly business here." Next thing you know, I I pull him off the horse, and then my buddy, my buddy, and I just start grabbing him, just punching him, and he's fighting back. Next thing you know, my buddy grabs him. His arm is just like stretched in the most awkward position. Next thing you know, his horse, the guy's horse, kicks my buddy and sends him up in the air, like not even flying. He's just floating up there as soon as he gets kicked.
Nice.
It is a absolute shit show the minute that happened.
It's like man, it's just like
And once again, if you need the evidence, there's the evidence.
There's the evidence.
I imagine like the guy stretching like them Stretch Armstrong toys, and then here comes the horse, fucking donkey kicks the shit out of your friend.
I'm
He's floating
watching.
there, like sup. The weather's great up here. What are you doing down there?
No, he did not go down when you killed.
Wait for it.
Horse kicking him, running out. The guy just stands up like, ah. Oh, okay, this reminds me of the original story I was gonna tell. This is the last one.
Okay.
It was in the last one from me. It was from the early days of Fallout 76. So we had walked up to like the game was already kind of glitchy because it was in beta. I will admit that, but this glitch was so fucking funny, and neither of us recorded it, and I regret not recording it. First of all, we come up to like a mall, and there's a Mothman sitting by there. We look at it, and instead of like doing like the fly animation that they showed, the thing just levitates off the ground and out of the world. We're like, okay, that's a little weird. We enter the mall. Every single freaking one of the ghouls just starts floating up and through the ceiling of the building. We're like, what the? And it just, we're like, did Jesus have a rapture? What the fuck? Because it's just like it's all of them, and there's like 100 of them that we just see constantly. Like they look like they're trying to come for us, but they're just running in place and getting pulled up. Looks like they're being fucking abducted.
Gotcha.
And obviously the game, the game crashed shortly after. So obviously, like it was just it fucking trying to survive. But the fucking, I will never forget seeing about 100 ghouls float up into the air and out of a mall.
Sounds like a very horrifying experience.
You think, but with the way it was fucking funny. Oh, and some of them were T-posing. Some of them were running. Some of them were T-posing.
As to be expected.
Yeah, to assert dominance.
I actually have two more stories. I actually have two more stories to share.
Well, let's hear them.
The first one is I don't have proof of this, unfortunately, because I did record it, but it never made it to my channel because the video got corrupted. So I lost it. But I did try to upload this to YouTube. So it was me, my brother, and who was in the previous story, and Kuma. We were all playing this game called Helldivers. If you don't know what Helldivers is, you pick a loadout of weapons, you drop down into a hellish planet, and you fight bugs or these Illuminati robots or fucking cyborg robots or something, depending on what system you're in. And I think we were either doing bugs or we were doing the Illuminati robots. And either way, we had gotten to the end of the level, and they had irked me. They had annoyed me. I don't remember exactly what it is that they did, but they had annoyed me, and I got a little petty, right? And so I was they were making fun of me for something that I had said, and like you see this something or other, is what they were saying, and because I think it was something obvious about the game that I just wasn't I just didn't get, and then when I finally got it, they found it hilarious, so they teased me about it, so I got a little annoyed, right? And I said, "You see this grenade?" And I threw it at them, right? Because there is friendly fire. You can kill your teammates. And so I threw a grenade at them, right? Well, they scattered from it, and it bounced off of a rock and came back and hit me, and then blew up. I was the one that died. So, like, on top of me being annoyed at them for teasing me, now I had just made a complete ass of myself trying to kill them and killed myself.
That sounds like some instant karma right there.
It was instant karma, and they were dying. I I was very embarrassed and not having a good time. At the time, it wasn't. At the time, it wasn't fun. But looking back, it was fucking hilarious.
If that happened to me, I would have spawned back in and fucking killed them.
Oh, for
Well,
like,
that's the thing. When you die, your teammates have to put in a button code and throw a reinforcement module to get you back. And they sat there for like a good 2 minutes just laughing while I was sitting there because they couldn't get me back because they were dying laughing too hard. So that's the first story. The second story, I do have proof of it, is up on my YouTube channel. It's one of the GTA fails videos. I think it's like the last clip in that video. It was me and Kuma. We were trying to get the it was one of the heist mission, the heists. It was the military heist, the one where you have to break into what's it called, Merryweather, and steal something, or Noose. You have to break into Noose.
Oh,
The Diamond
Doomsday
Casino
heist.
setup?
No,
Doomsday.
not the Diamond Casino. The what?
Doomsday.
No, not Doomsday. It's one of the it's the heist that comes right after the breaking the guy out of prison.
Oh, the Humane Labs.
Humane Labs.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Humane Labs.
Yes, Humane Labs. It was that one. And one of the setup missions for that heist is you have to steal a truck. You have to steal a truck from a military convoy, and you have to set yourself up on this bridge and ambush them. Well, they have this chopper that comes in, right? And I think it's a Savage. It comes in and it'll fuck you up if you don't get rid of it. So we had set our cars up to form a roadblock on this bridge so that we could ambush them and do our thing. Well, we had been at this for so long because you have to have 4 people to do these the setup missions and the heist itself. So we have been trying to get the setup mission done for so long, but it was just the 2 of us because our other 2 guys had gotten off for the night and couldn't come back. So we were trying to do it with randoms. And it was between the randoms just either blowing the truck up or just leaving completely. Like we were at our wits end with this setup mission. We were gonna try it one more time with the randoms, and then if it didn't work, we were just gonna call it for the night as far as the setups were concerned. So we got all set up. Like I said, we made the roadblock, and him and the 2 randoms were sitting there. One of them was a lower level, like in like the 15s or 20s, somewhere around there. And I was sitting on the side of the road, looking through my sniper rifle, waiting for the chopper to come up over the mountain, and because that's what I do. Once it does, I snipe the pilot out of the pilot seat, and then we don't have to worry about the chopper. So I was sitting there with my sniper, waiting to for him to come up over that mountain or that ridge, and I was already annoyed. I was on edge. I was annoyed, and I was pissed off. And then I hear this NPC behind me go, "Move your dumb ass." I was like, "What the fuck?" I turn to him. He's in a fucking tractor, right? I point my fucking sniper rifle at him because I'm about to shoot him. Like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And he goes, "Shit," and drives the tractor into Kuma and one of the randoms, kills the random, and drives over our barricade and drives off, and we fail the mission.
You know what? I think I've seen that clip.
You mentioned the Humane Labs. I'm like, why does this sound so familiar? I feel like we've done this. And then you mentioned the fucking barracks thing.
Yeah, like
I might have to go looking for that clip now.
let me I'll pull it up because I know which one it is. I'll link it in the chat and you can watch it. But yeah, it was it like Kuma died. Kuma died laughing because of this shit. Because of that shit. And like I was laughing too, but I was so depressed about it.
Now, was this before or after his little?
I'm pissed that we.
I was pissed that we failed it and that we were just done with it for the night. But like that was fucking funny. That was honestly fucking funny. It was probably one of the that moment is probably one of the funniest moments that has happened to me in video games.
Now, was this before or after? Yeah, the last story.
I don't actually remember. I think that one was before the last story or the second story.
No, I was gonna ask. Is this before or after y'all fucked me over in Uno?
That was definitely before. That was definitely way before.
I think it was like before, like
or not before.
me and Hades were even involved.
Which one? I meant which. I meant which one was funnier, that one or the Uno thing?
Well. All right. So.
He's trying to find the video.
Yeah. So timestamp on this video is going to be 8 minutes and 6 seconds. But
right.
Here, I will send this in the chat. Go to the timestamp and see for yourself, and I'll let you determine whether or not that was funnier than the Uno thing.
8:15, you said.
8:06. 8:06 is the timestamp.
I went a little bit before there because.
I can hear a little bit.
Convoy complications.
Yeah, like my next story also like has proof, and I don't remember.
Fuck you! Runs into tree at full speed.
I don't remember if Hades was involved or not.
Well, one sec. I'm watching this. I can't.
Oh my god.
That was good.
Oh my.
Cracker guy killed the fucking random. Just I don't know though. The like looking back, the Uno one was funny because I was just sitting there. I remember sitting there for half an hour or like for 10 minutes going.
Oh yeah, wasn't it like we were piling cards on you?
Okay. Hey, there are certain things that we can't just say, man. Don't be saying that.
Yeah. But like, wasn't that like the one where like you were getting piled with cards constantly?
Yeah, it was like every time I would call Uno, y'all guys would just like be like Uno, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I think the funniest part about it was that you called Uno
on
twice.
all of those.
Yeah, no. There were two times. There were two times where you called Uno, and it was two separate games. It was two separate games where you called Uno, and then it still gave me the prompt to call you out, and so I hit it, and it still pegged you, even though you had called Uno.
Like it didn't register.
Like, with the one that's on my video on my channel, I'm pretty sure what happened was I didn't call it. Jedi called on me, and I had a jump in, so I was like, ooh. Tori called on me. I'm like, oh, fuck, another jump in. Ooh. And then I made sure to click Uno on that one. I'm like, all right, I'm safe. Uno, excuse me?
But excuse me.
I remember I left that fucking that game. I was so pissed.
You left the one where I called it on you too.
Both of them, I'm pretty sure. I was pissed on both of them. 'Cause I'm like, I pressed the damn button.
I remember there was one where like I was.
I do.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I do have another GTA story that I just remembered. I have video of this. I haven't posted it to my channel yet. I'm definitely going to soon though. But Jedi, go ahead with your next story because you said you had one.
Yeah, it's also a GTA story, which I have proof of. Again, I don't remember if Hades was there. I know Rogue wasn't, but I remember showing him the clip.
Oh,
So I was, I was doing the tutorial, right? And and so like it was
that one.
yeah, that one, yeah. But like for listeners who like don't know the story and or haven't seen it, so the tutorial I had to chase down this guy who had drugs, right? And so I'm like only got like 15 minutes of the thing, but I mainly just uploaded like the main altercation, right? But I was actually like driving for like half an hour to an hour, right? Trying to catch this guy. I'm like driving in front of him, like trying to drive sideways to stop him, or like trying to like ram him into a building to make the vehicle almost inoperable so like he can get out, right? And nothing I was doing was working. And here's Tato, right? Trying to give me tips that I've already done. It's like advice told too soon. And like I've been doing that for like 30 minutes now. And then I think Tato was like watching Jacksepticeye at the time. I can't remember for the life of me. But like I was hearing Jacksepticeye in the background. I'm like, this is not helping. So like 20 minutes pass. And then I finally managed to like nudge him to like this alleyway. And like I was so in the moment, right? Like this fueled on adrenaline, thinking it was the vehicle that had the drugs. And so like like the guy finally got out and starts running, and I'm like, oh sweet, I'm gonna get in the vehicle. I got the drugs, we're good. And then I look at the mini radar, waiting for the thing to update, like, hey, bring it back to this location. But I see the icon that shows that where the drugs are was moving, and I was not moving. And so like in a couple seconds it clicks. It wasn't the vehicle I was after, it was the guy. And so I'm frantically running after this dude. It's like I was already angry from like the hour that I wasted trying to ram this dude. And then the dude gets into this like, I want to compare it to like a Supra or something, I can't remember, but it was a high-end car. This dude throws the NPC out, gets in, and drives off. So everything that I did for that past hour went out the window, and I was like, that was genuine anguish and pain when I screamed. It was bad. Like, I almost left the call and never touched GTA again. It hurt me emotionally.
And now you can just skip the tutorial and don't have to go through that pain like everybody else did.
Still get the reward.
certainly did.
And still get the fucking reward.
That makes me more upset. The fact that you now can do that after the hell I went through the first time.
Yeah. That like I was upset when I found out about that too. Like I went through this fucking tutorial. I raged at it so fucking hard. Now all of a sudden you can just skip it?
I wonder if Rockstar saw our attempts at the tutorial and was like, I feel bad for these schmucks. Let's remove it.
Shit. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
Honestly, I feel I was doing the tutorial on free aim. I feel like if I had been on auto aim, I would have had a better time.
No, you would not have. No, you would not have.
I'm trying to find.
I was on
I'm trying to
auto.
find my Uno videos.
I was on auto.
But all right. So this next story is another one with Kuma. It was just me and Kuma this time, and it was actually quite recent. because you all know how I made that 30 million. It was
Yeah.
from grinding the Cayo Perico heist, right?
Yeah.
So Kuma, he goes on those missions with me, and I give him the bigger cut because he's always broken the game. And then he instantly blows it on a fucking car, and it pisses me off every time.
But you
But
still do it.
he actually finally saved up and got himself the fucking Kasatka, right? And he and I, so I went and I was helping him set his up for the first time, right? Because normally when we do the setups, I just do it alone. Like he sits at the airstrip and lets me do everything because I already know what I'm doing. But this time, because it was his mission, he came along with me so that he could learn how to do it. And we got to the tower where you got to climb up to the signal box and hack into the signal box, right? Well, I found out on one of my runs that instead of going back down the ladder, you can just jump off the side and parachute down. I found that out by accident. And let me tell you, that was a heart attack and a half when it happened to me. But since then, I've just been jumping off the side and parachuting down because it's faster. And so I did that this time while he was still going through the cameras and looking through and getting all the points of interest. And so by the time he was done with that and got out of his phone, I was already at the bottom. And I was like, yeah, I jumped off the side and parachuted down. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can climb down if you want. And Kuma was like, this guy.
This
Don't have to if I don't want to. Watch this. And yeah, pretty much. And he goes to jump off the side and he sings, anything you can do, I can do, Blacker. And he falls. He jumps
Of course
off the
he
side
would say that.
and falls straight to the ground and dies. I fucking couldn't see through my own tears. I was laughing so hard. Anything you can do, I can do, Blacker. And then he just fucking hits the ground and dies.
I'll never do it. I don't think it's YouTube's.
It was one of the funniest things. Like I will post that video. That video will be up on my channel here soon. But that was probably the funniest thing that has ever happened to me in all of my video gaming career. I swear every time I play a game with that guy, it is always a good time.
Just being the same chat with him is a treat.
Dude, fucking. Also, him pissing you off the other day with fisherman logic.
Oh, his fucking fisherman logic, dude. It's so it makes me cringe so badly, but it is actually funny.
I don't know what ever happened. I don't know what happened to my fucking Uno gameplays. They're just like gone.
Dude, I think some clips I have. I think the Uno clips and the videos I have, I think should have what you're trying to reference to. That did record like a solid hour or so.
I think mine do too.
I don't know why mine are just gone though. I never asked them to be gone. Never got any notification from YouTube. They're just gone.
Weird.
It just lost in the abyss.
Right?
But like if I look at all my
if they got a copyright strike because of the music, they would have been taken down anyway.
No, but I have two ones that have copyright strike, but I just refused.
No, it wouldn't be claimed. It'd be claimed.
Oh well, either way.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the only ones that are claimed are my Battlefront, which I'm fucking disputing because
it's Disney. I wouldn't bother.
That is fair use.
It's Disney. I wouldn't bother.
No, I still cited fair use. Yeah. But yeah, I need to. First of all, I need to really get back on uploading.
Did it have John Williams' score playing in the background?
Well, it was Star Wars. Of course it did.
Shut up.
See, that's the thing. Like, no matter what, if you have John Williams' score playing in the background when you're playing a Star Wars game, that is going to raise some eyebrows in YouTube.
Like
Yeah,
whether it's
no.
gameplay or not. I still remember I got a copyright claim from a Rabbids tune when we were playing Uno. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that one. Carrot
The
cake.
rabbit
Wait,
hole
Like,
is right here.
remember I told you about
But
that one.
so if no one else has any more video game related funny occurrences, we can. How long have we been? How long have we been going? How much time we got left?
I mean, like, we're an
We've
hour
been
in
recording
currently.
this for like an hour and a half.
We're actually in
We're
an
an hour
hour
in, so we
Yeah,
got
we're
like
an hour in. Yeah, we got like half an hour left.
Oh wow.
But
I thought it was an hour.
just real quick, I remember like I would like walk away for Uno. I would walk away, try to get my pizza out of like the microwave or something, and Data's already trying to start his shit with like the plus force and shit.
I-
I'm like, this
by the
motherfucker,
way,
stop!
I did find the video that you called we're flipping,
Stuff.
we're flipping, and then you fucking censored it.
Yeah.
Well, if we do still have half an hour, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Like
we'll
we
keep going.
have half an hour to keep going. Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to? All right. So do we want to do the general funny things that have happened to us?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I think because we have half an hour, we are gonna have to keep it nice and short and sweet. And so one story per person.
Ah, damn.
All right.
Mine
Rogue.
is one that y'all know of, but
All right, Rogue. Go ahead.
All right, so this story happened at least 5 years ago. It all begins at my security job that I was working at a venue for that for Richmond,
Mm.
and there's this like there's this football team that would usually train in this venue every now and then, and after like a certain month, the contract that we had with the company that I was working for just and ended in like and the football team was just like moving out to a different I think it was a different state. But one day while everything was just nice and quiet, this one guy came in through the loading dock tunnels that I'm stationed at, just barges in and he's just asking about the football team that that trains in this venue. And I'm just asking, what business do you have here? Do you have a ID? Do you know anyone that I could talk to? And he keeps on repeating the same spiel how he's looking for the football team. And I ask, may I see some ID first? And he repeats himself a third time. Let me just state this. I'm speaking fluent English, asking this person, may I have some ID? What does he say to me? I'll give you three. I'll give you all a guess.
He's looking for the football team.
he's looking for the football team.
I don't speak Spanish.
What the,
Oh
what
my god,
the
this
hell?
is racist.
What the hell?
See, at that point, I just had to send him out and just say, no, get out before I report the authorities.
What the fuck?
And don't speak Spanish? What the fuck?
I
Okay.
didn't come here to listen to no Samoan speak Spanish.
All right.
I would have lost it
Um,
if instead of Spanish
damn.
she said Taco Bell. I don't speak Taco Bell.
My god.
All right. Jedi, your turn.
Ah, fuck. There's so many. So this is like freshman year of high school, right? Like it's like near the last day, and we were in fuck, I can't remember what class it was. Hades was not involved with this one actually. And I just remembered it.
Was I not? Was
No, you were not. You were. This is not a class that you and I shared. So what happened, right, is so the teacher had to step out for something, right? And it was one of the cool teachers. I think it's Amos, I believe. And And so like he stepped out to do something, and like the class was kind of chatting a bit, and then there's like a group of us who had seen Spaceballs, right? So like we're kind of quoting from Spaceballs, like just various quotes here and there, and then we do like the very funny the assholes gag, right? And it's at this point we got the whole class involved with this one. Where it's like one of my friends was like, "How many assholes we got in this, in this room anyhow?" All of us but him stand up, and so he started saying like, he's like, "I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes." This was the time when Amos starts walking back in, caught the ass end of it, knew exactly where we were going, and then after closing the door, bellowed out, "Keep firing, assholes!" Class involved with this. And when the teacher yelled, "Keep firing, assholes," we all just jumped and looked at him.
See, now that's a cool teacher. Right there.
And he had the paper.
That's awesome.
He had the papers that he went to photocopy in front of his face to kind of do that muffled sound the Dark Helmet had. But he had in front of his face, put it forward, and "Keep firing, assholes." It was fucking amazing. It was amazing.
How are you gonna? Oh god, that actually reminds me of something that happened to my brother, but it's not a story about me.
Well,
Yeah.
story. Like if you want to tell the story, you can, but like that, it'll be your one story.
No, I'm.
You got an echo going
Well,
on,
I've already told you guys about the screaming lady, so I might as well. Jacob, back when he was in high school. Okay, back when we were in high school, I don't think you were required to take like a woodcutting class, but if you did, you had to take drafting the year after, which was just you working on computers, and like on CAD and building stuff. The teacher I had for the first 2 years I was there, the first year I was there because Devin never met this teacher. I think Mr. Howard.
Sounds familiar.
He was the woodshop teacher, but
No.
I think he left after my freshman year. No, he left after my sophomore year. Either way, when he was in that class, like I said, the teacher liked to play music. Do you guys know who Rodney Carrington is?
No.
Well, he sings like these. The dude is irrelevant now, but at the time he was kind of well known, and he used to sing like very raunchy songs. One of which is labeled "Such Titties and Beer," and that song proceeds to play for a group in my brother's class for a group of 14-year-olds. And he like it's funny because the first words are "titties and beer," and you could see apparently they could just see him look and go to change the song. They're like, "No, please don't!" And he looks at him and goes, "You can't tell anyone I fucking let any of you listen to this."
Did he actually say that verbatim?
And apparently, yeah, he said, "You better not fucking tell anyone I let you listen to this." And then he proceeds to play it, and like this was before there was a class right next to them, so there was enough like wall between that they're all sitting there singing along "Titties and Beer."
That sounds awesome.
I was gonna say that was just like that was the funniest thing from school he ever told me that happened, and the only thing that I can stand up to is the screaming lady story, which y'all already know.
All right. Yes, that makes it my turn. So I don't know if I've already told this to some of you or not, but this is a story. This is something that happened to me while I was overseas, while I was in the military, and I was overseas in Kuwait.
Oh god.
Now we had been told that when we went over there, everybody was going to be cycled through gate guard. I was one of the first people who was placed on gate guard, and we had been told that we were going to be cycled out for like half the year. We were going to be on gate guard, and the other half of us were going to be doing our actual jobs, and then the next half of the year we would swap out. Well, the swap out never happened, and I'm pretty sure well, at least it didn't happen for me anyway. I was kept on the gate the whole year, and I'm pretty sure this is the reason why. So about halfway through the tour, it was one of my shifts because we were 24 on, 24 off. It was one of my shifts, and I had to. It was my turn to stay awake for the night because somebody always has to be uh, uh, guarding the gate at all hours of the day and all hours of the night. So we have to wake each other up in shifts and stuff. Well, it was my shift. It was my turn to stay up, and I was I was sitting out there just bored out of my skull, actually hoping that something would happen so that I could fucking kill something. And I noticed behind us, behind the gate, over by one of our sandbag walls, this it was the middle of the night, so lighting was low, and couldn't really see too much. Um, but I see this black shape pop up over the sandbags, right? And I saw it, and I looked at it. I leaned in closer to get a closer look at it, and I was looking at it, and it was just it sat there. It just sat there, and I was like, okay, maybe maybe my eyes are just playing tricks on me. But then I saw it move and dip back under the sandbags. I was already tired as fuck from the day, and I was on the first shift. I was ready to go to fucking bed. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, hell no. I thought that we had been infiltrated and that we were about to get attacked. So I ran into the shack and grabbed the gun. I grabbed the M16 and loaded it. And then I went around to the back, and I see these shapes run across the fuck, what is it called, they ran across the gap between the sandbag wall and the actual gate. And I went back there and I charged the rifle. I charged the rifle. For those of you who don't know, charging the rifle means putting a round in the chamber. The second that they heard the rifle charge, they jumped up and went, whoa! It was the whole fucking hot crew. They were trying to raid the gate.
God damn it.
They were trying to raid the gate. And one of them, the first guy I saw, he was partly still in the shadows, but like his arm went into the light, and I saw the uniform, and that's the only reason I didn't shoot him. But yeah, they all jumped up, went, whoa, shit, hold on. And then they all came up into the gate area. I discharged the rifle safely. I didn't fire it. I took the round out of the chamber, put it back in the magazine, and put the rifle away. And everybody, the whole hot crew went up, to the front of the gate, where our lounge area, and we pretty much talked the rest of the night. And then they took that story back up to the control center. And once the commander heard about it, I didn't get off the gate the whole rest of that year.
Do you think that was punishment or just because of how observant you were?
I don't know. I would like to think that it's because, I had demonstrated that if something were to go down, I would respond. And I would act and do what I needed to keep the rest of the rest of our camp safe. But you know, the commander that we had, it very well could have been a punishment, as far as like, because the commander hated me.
Jesus. That sounds like that story. If it's like it's funny looking back at it, but if one thing had gone wrong, it would have been a disaster.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. If the guy that I was pointing the gun at, uh, uh, had been like just had been a foot to his left, I'd have shot him and he would have died.
Damn.
Yeah, like if his arm had not caught the light and I had not seen the green camo of his uniform, I would have shot him. So, and they got chewed out about it too, because and actually one of the NCOs had said that was stupid. Somebody could have died, and yeah,
So like they were just
nothing
trying to
like that
fuck
ever
with you.
happened again.
So they were like just trying to fuck with you.
I wonder why.
Yeah, what they were doing was they thought that the gate was was cheese. It was easy. We were lazy. We weren't doing anything. And so they decided that they were going to low crawl from the hot crew shack all the way to the gate and ambush us and tie us up with zip ties and show that show everybody else that we weren't doing our jobs.
But you were.
But I was, yeah. I noticed them right off the bat, and I came around with the gun and nearly started lining them up. So
I was
I
like,
was gonna say,
nothing like that ever happened again.
in their attempt to like humiliate your crew, they almost got themselves killed. These guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They did not think this through.
No, they did not.
it sounds like that one coworker who tries to frame you but didn't realize there were cameras.
Yeah, like after that, they were really cool about it though, because like after that, that like I said, they came up into the our little lounge area, and were talking to us, and some of them, one of them was upset because they nearly got shot. The second, but most of them were happy because they felt safe knowing that if something were to happen, I was going to fire on someone. Like they told me that they feel safe knowing that I'm up here, and that made me feel really good about it, because the gate was it was a shit detail. It was boring. Nothing happened. And I didn't get to do the job that I had trained for fucking 3 years to do. But hearing them say that, like it made me feel pretty good knowing that I had their respect.
I was gonna say, if I had been one of your bunkmates, I probably would have felt safe with you being on guard too. But damn.
So that saying, fuck around and find out. They damn near found out.
They damn near found out. As a little quick tangent, linking back to the first story on glitches. If you want to do a glitch,
I think we got about 9 minutes left.
Yeah, we got like 9 minutes, don't we?
We're 18
I was
and
give a little.
Got about 12 minutes.
I was gonna
12 minutes. Go ahead, Hayden.
I was gonna say it's a little glitch you can do yourself in Red Dead Redemption. It's the one I mentioned, the bridge glitch. If you go to the bridge and you have a hand, I don't think it works in story mode. I think it's only online. But if you have an axe and you throw it at certain parts of the bridge will start fucking bouncing. And I did what I saw in a YouTube video, and I went there with my horse, and I fucking sent myself into the atmosphere. But yeah, if you stand on there and you throw it has to be certain parts. I can't remember if it's all four corners or if it's just parts where the bridge is anchored down, but if you throw a like a tomahawk or the throwing axes into it, the fucking bridge will freak the fuck out. You can see it on like any other person who plays the channel.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just a little glitch to go try yourself.
Speaking of Red Dead Redemption, we should probably try and play that again at some point.
Yeah, I think I still have it
I
involved
would definitely love to.
installed on my PlayStation.
And I was gonna say, if I could ever get Jacob involved, I'd bring him in on one of our episodes because he's also wanted to play Red Dead. I might make a new character specifically for us because I don't want to play on that character that was supposed to be me and him. But
Well, do we have anything else that we want to that anybody wants to share or go over before we wrap up with the outro?
Not that I have prepared. No.
the other thing I could see is the fucking one thing.
On doable glitches. There's one that I stumbled across in my childhood. I was like 9 or 10 when I did this, right? It's really easy to do. It was my very first playthrough of Mario Galaxy at the time. And this is one level free flame, right? The mission name was Hot and Cold Collide. Wait, no, it was not. It was the second one, but it was like flame based, right? There's this enemy called a little cinder, where if you spin, you put out its fire, and then you can run into it and get a coin. What you can do is, once you got a fire flower, spin into one, and as soon as the little cinder goes back into lava, throw a fireball at it, and it's going to be an infinite like fire explosion. It's so easy to do. I managed to like get like 3 of them going at the same time. And then when you go to throw a regular fireball, it's like the graphics can't do any more of the flame effect. So it just looks like an orange-yellow ball just bouncing across your screen. It's so easy to do. Like, I could probably do it with my eyes closed now on my Switch. But, like, the first time I did it was a complete accident. Then I looked into it. It's like, it's so easy to do. But it's awesome. I think I have a photo. I could try to get off my Switch to show it at some point.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's so easy to do.
Well, if that's everything, then I think this is a good point for us to wrap up. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's everything I got.
This has been a successful episode of Torch Talk.
Torch Talk.
I know I keep
All
saying
right.
I keep fucking
Well,
mispronouncing it.
Well, if that's everything, and everybody has shared everything that they're gonna share, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in and listening to us ramble about our our video game funny moments and life funny moments, and we hope to have everyone listening in on the next episode of Torch Talk that we do. I almost screwed up the name of this too.
God damn it, Hades.
God damn it, Hades.
Damn it,
I'm
Hades.
surprised that one hasn't made it. I'm surprised that one hasn't made it into the vocab list.
But yeah, thank you everybody so much for listening, and we'll see everybody in the next one.
Let's see what Rogue throws at us next
Yeah.
episode.
Good night, audience.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night.